Hello everyone, and in this video I just want to quickly show how I use my frequency separation action in my workflow. You know, I put, so I'm just going to quickly run the action now, and if you look in the folder, you'd see a layer called colors. And if in case anyone is wondering why I call this layer colors, I'm going to show you the reason why now. So I just ran the frequency separation, and this is my high frequency layer. In fact, I'm going to delete it again, and I'm going to run it again. And this is where I'm targeting. This is where I want to fix. And I know what I need about 10 for this. That separates the textures from, the skin tone successfully. I could see that before and after. So I press OK. So now I go turn off my high frequency. Then now I've got this color layer, and I've got the low copy, and I've got the copy. But in this retouch, I'm not going to be doing any mixing or anything crazy like that. I'm just going to be fixing this dark spot without wrecking the textures. So technically, the textures have been separated. So I go now to my color layer. I grab a brush, soft brush. I select a color that I need to replace this, probably about 5%, depending on what you're working on. But the point is, this is the reason why I've kind of named this layer called color. This is the reason why I've named it color, because I use it a lot to like color stuff. The difference between this method and the regular brush is that my texture layer is protected. So if you see, so I could brush, and anything I do now is not going to affect the texture. I'm only affecting the tone. So by the time I turn on my texture, everything still looks kind of intact. And this is the before, and this is the after. If you look here, this is the before, and this is the after. In fact, another useful way I use this frequency separation, because I'm not really a big fan of the mixing of the skin and all that. I'm not a big fan of that. So another way I use my frequency separation is, for example, if you look at the eyes are not too sharp, right? So all I need to do is I duplicate the the high frequency copy. I duplicate it, and suddenly you see the sharpness in the eyes. In fact, zoom out. Suddenly you see the sharpness in the overall image. But maybe I'm not interested in sharpening the entire image. I'm just interested in the eyes. So I go back here, I create a mask, I invert my mask, I grab a B for brush, shortcuts are always key. And I come to the eyes, and I basically paint it white. What this does is this helps me, sharpen the eyes, without doing anything crazy. See? Before, after, before, after. You see the big difference? If I want the brows as well, this is like a way of actually sharpening. So the point is, the frequency separation is used for a lot of things, not just mixing the skin. Usually I also, let me save this because this is all I wanted to do here. And usually, see, I used it here already. Usually I also use it a lot to, like, if there's rumples on clothes, if there are like rumples on clothes, this is what I also use. I also use the same frequency separation. If you look somewhere here, right, you see there's something going on here, somewhere here. So if I go to this action now, run it, I look and I see, I probably push it. I'm going to push it to that texture vanishes. I guess 10 will also be good for this one. So now you see the rumples is gone. Now I know for a fact my rumples are on this texture layer. So on this texture layer, I grab On this texture layer, I grab maybe a heel brush or a spot clone stamp, but I'm going to use a J for this one. And all I need to do is select current layer only. I come here and I kind of see something like this. See? This is before, this is after. You see, this is gone. Before, after. You know, I could, you know, this is how we straighten clothes basically. So the point I was just trying to make is that the frequency separation action is not just for, smoothing skin and for mixing skin. Yes, it's good for skin sometimes, but it also has other uses. So if you've not downloaded my action pack, my retouching action pack, I have it for free. You could check for the links. In the pack, I've got 10 actions. I've got the eye whitening action. I've got the whiten teeth action. I've got a sharpen action. I've got the dodge and burn, a lot of useful actions in that pack. So if you haven't gotten it, just check for the links and go download it for free. And I think that will be the end of that for this video. All right, then. Thank you. And catch you guys later.